we got a lot of emails. We got a lot of public comment. Folks who felt very strongly opposed to Charter Right Number 1 and folks who felt very strongly in support of Charter Right Number 1. And so a few of us tried to figure out, is there a way to, maybe draft something that gives everybody a win, but maybe not everything that they want. So I'll just walk through this really quickly. The first two whereases are the same as what is in the current policy order. The first ordered, we heard from the city that they are, that they can complete the construction of Cambridge and Broadway under the current timeline. We also heard in their report that they put forward a plan to do that construction over 3 phases. What you see in this substitute is actually in the middle. It's about completing Broadway and Cambridge Street in 2 phases. The city brought up concern that, again, although they could do it within 1 year, that there was some concern about doing all of that construction of Broadway and Cambridge Street in 1 year because of the disruption. So this order says they can do half in 2025 and half in 2026. So it does not extend the timeline, but it does allow the city to break up that construction in 2 phases. The second order, we heard concern from folks about the loss of residential parking on Main Street, particularly around Newtown Court and Washington Elms. And we know the city has been working on this, and the city already has a plan to try and to really maintain that residential parking, but this puts it directly in the order that the number of residential parking spaces on Main Street between Portland Street and the Sydney Street extension, which is where Toscanini's is, will remain the same or greater. So for the folks who are concerned about the loss of that residential parking, this takes care of that. The third ordered, the concern we heard from people who were in favor of policy order number 2, or Charter Right Number 1, whatever number we want to go by, was to not start the construction on Cambridge Street or Broadway before the PDDM, I think I got that right, mitigation recommendations were passed. So this order takes care of that. This ordered section says that no construction will begin on Cambridge or Broadway until we pass those recommendations. And I will point out that those recommendations are due to us the first meeting in October. And given the construction schedule, where no construction really happens over the winter, we will have several months to debate and pass those recommendations. So the folks who were concerned about having those mitigation recommendations passed prior to construction, they should be happy with that. They're getting that. And then okay, so that we also had some. I don't know if it didn't get. Sorry, if it didn't. That the no, I know it's on the back, but we had an ordered section. I'm going to pull it up and send it. That also said that the city could. Right now, the cycle safety ordinance says it has to be done by May 2026. We extended that till November 2026, a few months, so that it can prolong the construction period if that is necessary. That the city could ask for that 6 months extension. So I'm gonna pull that last ordered up while people are talking about this. I don't know why I didn't copy over. So this is something that everybody gets something that they say they wanted. Right? The folks who didn't want the construction to start until the mitigation measures were passed get that, but they don't get the blanket 15 to 18-month extension. Right? The cycling folks who wanted to, they get the 15 to 18-month extension. That doesn't happen, so they should be happy with that. But they're giving up having Cambridge Street and Broadway done in 1 year, and it said it happens over 2 years. So they're giving up a little something there. So everybody gives up a little something, but everybody's getting the major part of what they want. You know, this is a compromise, and I think I know how this vote's going to go, unfortunately. But we really tried hard to find a way that everybody could walk away saying, okay, we got a piece of what we wanted, but we gave up a little something, and that's what compromise is all about. So I'm going to pull up that last order, because again, I don't know why it didn't copy and paste over. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst ourselves? Oh, how generous of you.